When you're making a vision board, it is a partnership with you and God, right? Satan is real, and I literally could wake up tomorrow and be handed the keys to this car, no questions asked, and I wouldn't take it. I have some big goals for 2025 for the business, your why, your calling, the things that you really want to accomplish and achieve. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph Corder. I create content that is meant to help you become the healthiest version of yourself. That includes physical, mental, spiritual, all the things. So if you are new here, definitely hit that subscribe button, especially if you have big goals for 2025. And if you are returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So today is a super exciting video. We are going to be doing I'm going to go through how to create a vision / prayer board. I think it's super important as a Christian to go into this and kind of just go over how I'm making my vision board without creeping into the realm of secular manifestation and things like that. When it comes to making a vision board, I think there's a handful of things that you need and that I'll go over. But first, I want to make it very clear. When you're making a vision board, it is a partnership with you and God, right? His will be done. His will be done. He already has plans for you, and it is our job to pray expectantly and to take that action, right? If you've ever heard the phrase faith without works is dead, right? Okay to want a new car, it's okay to want to be financially stable, all those things. Those are things that are on my vision board, and I'll tell you about it in a little bit. But just going into it, I just want to make sure that this is very clear that this vision board that I'm making is in partnership with God. These pictures and these things on this cute board is not going to get me any of the things unless I go into it with the right heart posture, praying, really taking inventory of my life, where I am, what my goals are. Are they my goals? Are they just because it's, trendy, or are they things that I really want to step into? I want to make sure that I look at it and say, these are the things that when they happen, when I have the thing or when I get the whatever, it will be because I've stepped into what God's calling me to do, right? I'm not going to share everything that's on my vision board. I'll probably just do like a montage, but I don't mind sharing this one thing as an example, right? I have been talking about wanting, and I have a car, I have an SUV. I actually paid off my car this year, which is really cool. When I was younger, and comment below if this is you, when I was younger, I wanted a new car every couple years. I just wanted just to say I had it. It wasn't the right reasoning behind it. There was nothing wrong with the cars I have actually, want a newer. There's always been a brand, or I don't know if you call them brands of cars. I'm not really a car person, but there's only one brand or type of car, SUV really, that I've always just loved and always thought if, when I got to that point of success, that is everyone's got their dream car, maybe the thing. It's not a Lamborghini. It's not anything fast. I'm not really, like I said, a car person, but the Jeeps, the Grand Cherokees. I used to want a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and then they came out with a third row Jeep Grand Cherokees, and they also have the Wagoneers, which are the biggest of the Jeep SUVs. Again, I'm not very car savvy. I'm just I literally could wake up tomorrow and be handed the keys to this car, no questions asked, and I wouldn't take it. I will wait until I know that I am in the right time and space to have it. And I'll explain. The day that I go and get this Wagoneer, the day that I own this Wagoneer, it is because I have gotten to a point in my business where I am debt free. I have, been able to quit my corporate job and dedicate my life, my career to helping people in my Fit by Steph business. I'm a full-time coach. I have a business that is thriving enough that I have been, like I said, paid off debt. the success I have, and the success I have will be a representation of the people I've helped, if that makes sense. My mission, my goal on this earth until the day I take my last breath will be to help people become the healthiest versions of themselves, mentally, physically, spiritually. And one day I'll post a video as to like really like the why behind all of that. Like I've had some things happen in my life that really like steered me toward that. Like I know that is my mission in life. Like that is how I will leave an impact. So the day I get the Wagoneer will only be a representation of the thousands of people that I've helped, right? I also have a dream, and I've actually printed some pictures of being a philanthropist and just like donating money to causes that I just are near and dear to my heart. Like I know you can want physical things, you can want the car, you can want the money, you can want the house. There's nothing wrong with that. If someone's ever told you there is, it is because the Bible verse of the love of money has gotten misconstrued. Okay, Christians can be successful. Christians are meant to be successful. You don't have to be like fake humble where you don't ever want anything because you think the world is going to judge you. Stop all that. But you have to make sure that the physical thing, though, is tied to the calling that God has for you. For me, it is helping people, like I said, become the healthiest versions of themselves. Before we start, and I'm going to give you like tangible, specific things that I think you need for your vision board. But I felt like I needed to say that because I don't ever want someone to say, oh, well, she's got this car, this is like $70,000 SUV. She's got the $70,000 SUV and she wants like all this money. And, you know, I think Christians get a bad rap because either they're too humble and too meek and then you don't ever step into your calling because you're afraid of what the world will say, or you have the opposite, Christians who it is clear that they just have a love of money, and that is not okay. A physical vision board because I just want to see it every day. You can also do a digital vision board. Canva is what I use. Canva's not sponsoring this, but if they would like to work with me, I use Canva every single day. On my vision board, I do want to work with them in the future and do like a collaboration, like templates. You could just type in vision board and then you can kind of find pictures on the internet and put it on there if you want to make it like your phone background or your like iPad or laptop background. There's nothing wrong with that. I just feel like I need to physically make this vision board this year. Poster board or something. This is actually a dry erase board, but it was $7.99 at Hobby Lobby. So I just bought it, but envelopes, okay? And I'm gonna explain. These are actually from Mr. Pen. I'm gonna link these ones below. This is because I am going to, like I said, it's a vision/prayer board. So I'm going to write down some prayers. They can be for about certain, like there's people in my life that I have prayers that I want to write. So I'm gonna put them in these envelopes for it. Write it down expectantly in a way that's like almost as if you're thanking God for it happening already. So that we're doing this in conjunction with God. And when it comes to praying, if there are things that you want in your life or that you want for others, praying expectantly basically just means like, as long as it's God's will and you feel like you really like are going to get this thing and you're okay, like God's timing, that's its own thing. Like these prayers could come to pass tomorrow, or they could come to pass on the last day of 2025. That's not the point. I have faith and I know that these things will come to pass and that He only wants our good, right? So that's not to say that like, because I'm putting these prayers in this, like, I'm getting hot. Because I'm putting these prayers in these envelopes, it doesn't mean that these people, and that myself included, that I'm not going to go through trials and tribulations this year. That's not it at all. But I am confident that at the end of it, in His timing, whenever that happens, He will work things out for our good. Move because the sun is like right there, so we just shifted over. But the next thing that you should have, especially like if you're doing a physical board, is some markers to kind of write on it. I wasn't sure like which ones I didn't know which ones I would need, so I got both of these. To have pictures of certain things. These are brand collaborations, brands that I would like to work with in 2025, that I just, you know, use and would love to partner with and stuff. I already showed you that I'd love to work with Canva. I also, along with that, I also think having like stickers. I got this sticker pack on Amazon. I will link it below. They're Christian, like, you know, stickers. Says like, he is greater than I, and we love because he loved us first. He makes me brave. A little cross. In my life verse, I love this verse. It's Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you. That verse. So definitely want to put that sticker on. I bought this like glitter tape, and again, it's like teal, you know, colored. I bought this glitter tape to kind of put on there. I just think like it's good to make it like colorful and stuff and just kind of customize it. So some kind of tape or adhesive, if it's not like sticky, to get your things on your board. Some teal like paper that I can kind of cut out and stuff. I printed up my logo for my business, Fit by Steph. Fit stands for faith and training. So I definitely want to, yeah, I'll probably cut this out to make it circular, but definitely have some big goals for 2025 for the business. It's a picture or like written out that when you look at the board, it just reminds you, especially because we're not guaranteed to have great days every day. We're human. We're going to have trials, tribulations, hard days. But when you have that vision board and you have it sitting there, it can just remind you of your why, your calling, the things that you really want to accomplish and achieve and have, and it'll keep you going on those tough days. So one last thing before I start working on my vision board. Like I said, I'm not going to share, and this is one of the things I wanted to say before the video ends. I'm not going to share, and I don't think you should either, like every specific goal or thing you have on your prayer or vision board. I think it's between you and God, and Satan is real, and like you putting too much out there just opens it up for Satan to put people in your lives and in your life that may not have the best intentions or may want to try to like derail you. So it's okay to keep some things like close to you, know, just between you and God, right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't share your, some of your goals and ask for support and help and stuff. Like, I do that, but just kind of watch what you're, sharing. It's okay to put this vision board up in a place that you'll see, but maybe it's not going to be like, I'm not putting this up on my living room wall, right? Like just a little reminder on that, but I'll show you guys a little glimpse of it. I'll show you guys how I'm putting it together. And then I will be ready to take on 2025. I'm super excited about the goals I have and just the alignment that I feel with God and that relationship and just wanting to grow that and work toward these goals. If you don't get everything that you put on your vision board, but you get to the end of next year and you're a better person, you're more like the person that has those things, that is a win. And we'll be different than the person I am now. We'll have grown, we'll be more mature, we'll have accomplished more, we'll have helped more people. So that is what I'm looking forward to. So thank you. Thank you so much, and do not forget, you gotta faith it till you make it. Let it begin.